In this video, I'm going to be going over the quest line for the Festival of the Lost event that's going to be happening next week, and also how we can obtain old rewards from Encrypted Caches using Cipher Decoders. If you're wondering how to get the new rewards for this season, I have a video showing all these rewards that you will be able to purchase from Eva or Tess Everest. The link will be in the description to that video. First step to this quest that we'll be getting at the beginning of the event is called Wearing Masks, and it requires us to interact with Eva Levante. When interacting with Eva, she'll give us this dialogue. Ominous tidings for the festival this year, aren't they? Eva asks with subtle tension. She smiles through it, wearing a mask of quiet confidence. Why don't you try on a mask? Join in the festivities. We can all find a little strength in them. And normally, I leave it at that, but we received a rather generous shipment of essential supplies for the festival from all the people. The spider, that scoundrel baron from the Tangled Shore. Keeping in line with his reputation, he called it an investment rather than a gift. The spiders asked for a favor in return, but he said he'd only relay it to his favorite associate. Would you be a dear and see what he wants? I think it's best for everyone if we stay on his good side. The second step is called a smiling mask, where we have to visit the spider on the Tangled Shore. Spider will give us this dialogue. Ah, my dear associate, Spider says with a laugh. You must be here about that favor I asked. I'll cut to the chase. Some years ago, the House of Kings had a rather auspicious salvaging operation out in the rings of Saturn. The crew ran afoul of the Vex on their way back and they disappeared along with their cargo. Rumor has it that the Vex hauled it to one of their simulations, the Haunted Forest. My proposition is simple. I give you the coordinates, you hunt down the caches, and we split the difference. Just one catch. The caches were all locked with adapted ciphers from the House of Kings, so you'll need to scrounge up some decoders around the system to unlock the caches. I'm sure someone will be willing to part with them, one way or another. Maybe if you find everything, I'll have a little something extra in it for you, to sweeten the pot. The next step is called a Cunning Mask, where we will have to complete a strike, gambit match, or a crucible match while wearing a mask to find a Cipher Decoder. After getting the Cipher Decoder, we'll have to go into the Haunted Forest, find an encrypted cache, and open it. Cipher Decoders are obtained from doing activities outside of the Haunted Forest, like crucible or gambit or strikes, and you will only be able to carry a limited number. These Cipher Decoders will open encrypted caches, which are located at the end of the Haunted Forest. And for rewards, you will get a shader and a mask or a weapon. The masks that are within these encrypted caches are masks from previous Festival of the Lost events. And the weapons, there will be two weapons, the Braytech Werewolf and the Horror Story. After using the Cipher Decoder on a cache in the Haunted Forest, you'll be asked to talk to Eva and let her know what you found in the Haunted Forest. Eva will give you the following dialogue. Eva seems relieved that you returned safely from the Haunted Forest. I've heard what the spider asked you to do, and during the Festival of the Lost of all times. Eva scowls. I don't appreciate being manipulated into putting a guardian at risk for some glimmer or whatever treasure he had you hunting, but at least it ended well. Here, let me give you a little something extra for all your trouble. And if nothing else good comes of this, I learned a valuable lesson about dealing with the spider. Don't. If you watched my video on the 9 triumphs for the Festival of Lost event, you'll know that the 9th triumph is to acquire the Ascendant Lens from Spider. I believe this is going to be a timed event, like the Spider triumph that we had last year. At some point, we'll get the quest step Apocryphal Accomplice, which will be to talk to Spider on the Tangled Shore. The Spider will give us this dialogue. I had complete faith in you, Spider says with greedy anticipation. It looks like you required everything the House of Kings salvaged before they met with an untimely fate. Spider leans back, satisfied with your efforts. In exchange for your discretion on matters of my salvage, I wanted to offer you this. Something I picked up in the Dreaming City a while back. Think of it as a trophy for the job well done. Now run along, I have business to tend to. And you will be getting the Ascendant Lens, which looks like it'll just be a collectible. Just on a final note, it looks like they made a lot of the bounties easier, just like they did in Solstice of Heroes for the objectives on the gear. For example, from last year, it required us to defeat 25 terrors in the Haunted Forest. They reduced it down to 20. And for the Pinnacle, it required us to clear 9 branches. In this event, we will only have to clear 7. This has been my Festival of Lost video showing off the quest steps. And as always, thanks for watching.